How's it going, Rogues Gallery, and welcome to our Mordred ReCollection deck opening and review. This is, well, the latest ReCollection deck from Grand Archive, and historically, these have been some of my absolute favorite products. They're just packed with value, ready to play decks with new archetypes, really powerful and fun cards. You have your nice storage box, you have sleeves, full play sets of everything, but this one I think trumps all of them because this one includes some absolute competitive staples and at one point or another very valuable competitive staples. So I think this one may go down in history being the best ReCollection deck, at least to date. So enough with the preamble, let's go ahead and jump into our top down and start opening this up and discussing the Mordred ReCollection deck. Let's do it. All right, and before we get started, I do have a quick mention of an official event that I'm hosting that has to do with Grand Archive. It is the official Red Zone Rogue Grand Archive Pantheon Starter Deck event. It's going to be on April 18th, and we do have official prize support from Weebs of the Shore and Grand Archive. You do need to bring your own pre-constructed Pantheon Starter deck with no modifications. It is, like I said, on April 18th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Entry is $30. I will have a link down below to the entry. It's on our merch store, redzonerogue.com, where you can also get stuff like our beautiful playmat here. Everyone who participates does get one of our custom Red Zone Rogue Pantheon Barrier cards, as well as 2 Radiant Origins event packs. And we're going to have a raffle where I'm going to give away some Supporter Pack 3 boxes and playmats and some other stuff. Everyone's eligible for the raffle. There is no... It's all participation prizing. So if you'd like to enter, link in the description down below. We've done this several times, and they've all been huge successes. Highly recommended for brand new players, or if you just want to learn Pantheon, or if you just want to have a good time and hang out with the community. We do have a hard cap of 28 players for this, though, just because, well, I can't handle too much. I do have an official judge who will be joining us, but I am kind of running the event, mostly myself other than the judge. All right. Oh my god, dude, this looks so good. This actually looks so good. So as always, like I mentioned, these are extremely high quality products. And just in general, I recommend these to anyone looking to start playing Grand Archive or to pick back up. It does have this nice little slip cover. It's just really nice. Here we have the Mordred ReCollection box itself. Inside we have our husbando Mordred. Basically, this is Grand Archive Super Saiyan, and I'll talk about why I say that. Here we have our box of sleeves. Are these the dual mats? These are dual mats. Yo, dude, that's so sweet. Hold on, let me open these up real quick. I have not actually opened these or seen anything. This is a genuine like first take on at least the product itself. I have of course looked at all the cards and all that jazz, but. All right. Ooh, interesting. Yellow and kind of like blue-purple color combination. Yo, the dual mats. They're so good. Dual mats are the ones that have the black interiors. These are my favorite sleeves on the market, Dragon Shield dual mats. I don't want to shill too much because I already shouted out our event that we're holding, but I do have an affiliate code with Dragon Shield. They are a longtime supporter of mine. If you type Rogue 5, you get 5% off your order at Dragon Shield. They're great. These are literally my favorite sleeves on the market, so very cool. So you get a box of these. We also have our cards, obviously, the most important part. We'll talk about that in a moment. And we also get some packs, too. Here we have some extra stuff. We'll toss this. Just recycle that. And then we have a storage box that will fit everything back in, including the deck. When you sleeve it up, it should be able to fit right here, too. So very nice. And then, obviously, I took out the packs without mentioning them, but we also get 2 Radiant Origins booster packs, which is exceptional because Radiant Origins is an amazing set, and I believe one of the best sets that for Grand Archive just to play if you're a new player, or to get if you're a new player. Tons and tons of staples in this set, and also exciting new cards. So this is fantastic. These packs are really nice. So we'll open up these at the end here. Set those kind of to the side. We'll set the sleeves to the side as well, and let's check out the cards. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the way the ReCollection deck works, it does come with the deck, but it also comes with extra cards to make up full play sets for cards in the deck. So if the deck is like, if the pre-constructed brick here is only running like 2 copies of one card, well, the other 2 copies will be in here, which is amazing. Also, there's a little quick start guide. If you want to learn how to play Grand Archive, I just recommend go checking out my buddy Dan from Main Deck. He has an amazing how to play. Here's some little accessories. So we have another quick start QR code thing, which is nice. Ooh, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Grand Archive. Whoever is responsible for this on the dev team, good job. Good job. This is something I always talk about. Having something like this is so good for new players. This is just a glossary of a bunch of keywords and a bunch of like bonuses. So like it says class bonus, what that is, Mordred bonus, what that does, and then like champion lineage, all of the keywords, what they do. Having this is super, super useful for a new player. So you can be like, oh, what does that do? I'm going to look at it. Kudos. This is small, but I think important. Just to help with overall new player experience. Here's a little spin down to keep track of your life, dual-sided. The one on the bottom here you can use to track your champion's level. This one you can track their life, and this one you can track the level, because sometimes their level matters. And you can increase the level beyond, you know, what it says here. There's some cards that give you like +1 level for the turn. And then we have some dividers. Mordred looking real good. Oh, there we go. And as you can see, this is one of the reasons why I say he's like the Super Saiyan. Just look at this transformation, man. His hair doesn't turn gold, but everything else does. Everything else does. Excellent. So just some little bonus accessories. I don't count a lot of that stuff when I talk about like just the value of this, but just really nice stuff to have, just to make this a very complete experience, right? I do believe these are just pure shrink wrapped, and there's no like pull tab, unless they've changed their packaging recently, which would be cool. So I find the best way is to just get a knife and make a little cut along the edge, and from there you can just rip it. Just so we don't damage any cards or anything like that. All right, so here we have the deck. This is a brand new spirit, the Flawless Spirit of Mordred. We don't even have a basic spirit, we have a brand new spirit. This one's a Divine Relic, so this actually counts as a Divine Relic, so you can't run this and also like Grand Crusader Ring, if you're familiar with Grand Archive at all. You can only have one Divine Relic in your deck at all, so this counts for that. So, it says, Flawless Spirit of Mordred can only level up into a Mordred champion, and on enter, you draw 7 cards, and then you glimpse 4. So you draw your cards, and then you basically set up your next few turns, which is really nice. This is actually an extremely good spirit. And also, it makes it so you don't need to go purchase a Divine Relic, which are generally quite expensive, so that's great. We're not going to go over every single card, but we will go over the champion lineage, because it's really important. So here we have Mordred Burnished Avenger. This is another brand new card. It's a level 1, 1 cost, 20 health champion. He's a warrior. Flawless Spirit of Mordred lineage. On enter, look at the top card of your deck. If it's an attack card, you can banish it. If you do, you may activate that card this turn. Super good. So you can basically use the glimpse here, which lets you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, and you can put them back on the top or on the bottom of your deck. So this lets you sculpt your first turn, so that when you on enter the Mordred, you can actually get this effect, which is really nice. And it also has an inherited effect, which means once you get to level 2, you'll still have this effect. As long as Mordred has leveled up this turn, the first attack card you activate this turn costs 2 less to activate, which is sweet. It's really good because Mordred can actually level up multiple times throughout the game, unlike any other champion. Like, he can keep doing it. We'll talk about how. Here we have the classic Mordred Flawless Blade. This is the classic from the first set, level 2, 24 health. Attack cards in your graveyard have floating memory. Great. So this is a great way to level up, or just to, you know, play out some of our other high-costed materialite cards. So yeah, good. And then we have the new Mordred level 3, or well, one of the new Mordred level 3s. This is Mordred Faded Luminary. It is a norm element, but he's exalted. It's level 3, 3 cost, 28 health, Mordred lineage. Mordred can level up into champions of the same base level. When he does, draw 2 cards. So that means this Mordred can level up into this Mordred. Similar to how Tristan does it, but a little bit different. It says attack cards in our graveyard have floating memory and ephemerate X, where X is that card's reserved cost. So we still have the floating memory bit from here, but it's juiced up a little bit. And now here's the real part. This is when we go Super Saiyan. We go Mordred Aurelian Regent. Same kind of cost, level 3 cost, Mordred Lineage. On enter, Mordred's next attack this turn gets +3, and on hit, recover 3. Whenever you activate a Luxem element card, D-level Mordred. So you D-level him, so this one will go back into your material deck, and then you'll become this one again, which means you can level back up into this Mordred later. So that's kind of the thing. You play a Lux card, and then he depowers, and then you can level him up again, and then play a Lux card, and he depowers, and every time you do that, you get to draw 2 cards from this effect, and then every time you also level up, you'll get this ability, the +3, and then you'll also, keep in mind, we'll also get this ability. As long as Mordred is leveled up this turn, the first attack we activate costs 2 less. So our first attack will cost 2 less, deal 3 more damage, and heal us for 3. It's really good. It's actually really, really good. It's not too complicated once you play it. I have play tested this a little bit digitally. And you get the swing of things of just like leveling up, attacking because it costs less, big hit, heal, play a Luxem card, D-level, next turn, level up, draw 2 cards, do the thing again. You just big smash. Like I said, Super Saiyan. He's a Super Saiyan, both in terms of color and theming, and also kind of just abilities. So that is our Mordred lineage. He's super cool. Next up, we have Drawn Blade Classic. This is just a Regalia list. Let's draw a card. We have Dummy Trainer. This is a new one. It's a 0 cost 3. Banish it. Draw a card into your memory. Target opponent summons a training dummy token. And let's see where the training dummy tokens are. It's probably in here. We'll talk about the training dummy tokens later. But this is great. This is kind of like our extra Regalia that lets us draw cards. Basically, what you want to do with this is you want to activate this, like materialize this, while you still have at least 3 cards in hand, and then do this ability immediately before you recollect. So you'll do that, you'll draw your card in your memory, and then you'll recollect and get all those cards back, and then you'll begin your turn, or proceed with the rest of your turn. So yeah, really sweet. This is Rongomiant Grove's Spire, a brand new weapon for Mordred. We'll go over this one too. It's a 2 cost Spell Shroud 2/3 weapon. It's a polearm. Sometimes that matters. Mordred bonus, as long as an opponent has influence 8 or more, it gets an additional +4 attack. And then whenever whenever a durability counter is removed from this, so whenever you attack, you may return a card from your memory to your hand. Yeah, this card also rules. This card rules. We have classic Safeguard Amulet with, I do believe this is new art. Perfect for fighting against those pesky mage and ability damage dealers. We have Sword of Seeking, another classic 0-drop card. This has a class bonus for Warrior with True Sight, but a lot of decks run this just because it's 0 cost and it's a 1/2 sword. We have Tariff Ring, beautiful, beautiful new artwork. You run this against all those pesky dudes. They have a lot of little dudes that don't want to attack you. You pop your Tariff Ring, so makes it a little bit more difficult. We have the new Mirror Depths Blade. It's a 0 cost 1/2 water sword. On banish, look at the top card of your deck. You may put it in your graveyard. This is nice. It's a nice little 0 cost 1/2 sword that after you use it, it'll get banished because all Regalia, when they're removed, they're banished. And then you get a maybe mill a card, so you get some. Maybe get some value. Once again, all of our attacks will end up having floating memory, so we can get some nice floating memory off of that. All right, so that is the material deck. It's actually an extremely solid material deck for a starter deck, right? We already have our Divine Relic covered, so you don't need to go get a GCR or whatever. I think the Lineage is super cool and actually really strong. And then we also have some nice cheap weapons. We have some staples with the Tariff Ring and the Safeguard Amulet. We have a new powerful one. We have a like a backup charger type effect, and then we have the Drawn Blade to draw cards. It's actually really, really solid. So I think this is actually very good right out of the box. No like junk or anything like that. Everything is there, and I think it's reasonable. All right, let's start talking about the rest of the deck. So this card is cracked. This is Dauntless Assault. It's a 3 cost norm, but Exia, so we need to have Exia. So we need to be level 3 to do this. But it says, or Exalted, I'm sorry. Did I call it Exia the whole time? Exalted. Anyway, we need to be level 3 for this. And it says, Mordred, bonus on attack, we wake up the attacker. So we can get multiple attacks on the turn with this card. So we start off our attack with the Dauntless Assault, and if we're 3 or higher and we just leveled up, it'll deal an additional 3 bonus damage as well. Yeah, or if we get leveled up into our Super Saiyan form, it'll do 3 more damage and heal 3. So that's going to be a 1 cost 7 attack that wakes up our dude so we can do it again. I don't know, pretty good. So yeah, we have 3 here, but the other one, is, like I said, is in here. So if you want to run 4, you can. Deflecting Edge with new art. Nice little card that lets us that lets us kind of like block some damage. It's pretty good. Ooh, okay, so here's one of the big ones. Dungeon Guide. It looks like we only have 2 in the main deck, but don't worry, we have the other 2 here. So we have a full play set, just double checking. We have a full play set of Dungeon Guides. This is a huge reprint. This card was, I don't know, like $20, $30 at one point in time. An absolute staple for Grand Archive. Whether you're a competitive player, casual player, you need your Dungeon Guides. So getting them here, just guaranteed in this, is amazing. So this is great. I'm gonna set this off to the side. We'll pull them when we get the new one. Here's a new Ultra Gildas Face-Worn Monarch. Super cool. This is another Exalted element. 3 cost 4/3 Stealth Vigor, and she has a Mordred bonus. You can pay 2 and then use her effect, and prevent the next 4 damage to be dealt to a target unit this turn. As long as you control another fairy, it costs 2 less, so it's free if you have another fairy. Pretty good. Gildas is really good, and she just has. She's perfectly balanced now. She's a 4/3 for 3, which is great. So we get a full. All right, we get a full playset of everything. I shouldn't keep saying that, but we get a full playset. Here we have a reprint of Inspiring Call. Nice little pumper for all of your dudes. Invigorated Slash. This is another reprint. As long as your champion's leveled up this turn, it gets +2. This would be once for Mordred when he levels up, 0 cost 2, and if it's Super Saiyan form, it'll be a 0 cost 5 that also heals you. Pretty good. We have Safeguard Paragon with brand new artwork. This card's great, actually. You can sack it and prevent the next 4 non-combat damage to be dealt to each unit we control this turn. Really good. Kind of like a little Safeguard amulet on a dude. Savage Slash. This one is a warrior staple. It's just an attack. 2 costs, 2 attack, but it also has floating memory if we have class bonus. Sudden Steel. This is also another kind of like warrior staple. It's just a big heavy hitter, but it has efficiency. Level, which means its cost is reduced by the level of our champion. So when we're level 3, this will only cost 3, and if we've just leveled up, then this will only cost 1, and then it'll hit for 8 with Mordred. So big hits, man, big hits. We have a new fairy. This is Trickster of the Fey Realm. This is a 3 cost 1/2 stealth fairy. On enter, look at the top 5 cards of target opponent's deck, banish 2 of them, and put the rest back in any order. And then on leave, they get the cards back. It's a nice little way to kind of lock out your opponent a little bit. It's a cool card. I like it. We have Warrior of the Fey Realm, another new fairy. 3/1/2. With Stealth, you can banish a sword attack card from our hand or memory. If we do, draw a card into our memory. This is sweet. As long as we control a Warrior of this Fey Realm, you may activate the banish card on a later turn. So you're still going to play that card, just not on this turn. You can play it on a later turn. And this has Stealth, so it's hard to kill. This card's also really good. It's really good. Card advantage. We have Dredging Streams. This is just a 2 cost. You get a banish a card from a graveyard with floating memory. This is fine. This is like in competitive. This is like a sideboard card. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. This is one of the ones you'd probably end up cutting, or maybe running to your sideboard. Next we have Drenching Finish, 2 cost 2 attack on kill. Target player puts the top 3 cards of their deck in their graveyard. This is target player, so we can actually target ourselves, which could be good for getting all of that floating memory in our bin. So all attack cards in our graveyard have floating memory. So that's pretty sweet. We have Freezing Hail, another reprint with new art. Just deals 2 damage to your unit, and it doesn't wake up during the next phase. So it's a nice little removal. We have Frostbind with brand new artwork. This one's sweet. This is a nice counter spell. It's a 2 cost, and you negate target card activation unless the controller pays 2, and if it's negated, it's banished. So really good. All right, so here's the other big reprint. We have Frostworn Paladin, another pretty valuable card at one point or another. This card is one of the best allies in the entire game, and I don't think it's close. Easily contender for one of the best in the game. It's a 3 cost 2/3 with Intercept, so that's great. It can block for you. But on enter, you can banish a card with floating memory from our graveyard, and if we do, we draw a card and we put a buff counter on this. So this is a 3 cost 3/4 draw card that blocks if we banish a floating memory. And, well, it's going to be pretty easy to have a lot of floating memory. So this card is exceptionally good in Mordred, but also just a staple in Grand Archive in general. So this is another just must-have staple. We have Lake Reaving Chill. This is item or weapon link. Linked object loses all abilities and can't be used for an attack. Oh, interesting. This is kind of a nice little lock card. Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so you basically lock down one of your opponent's things, either a weapon or one of their items. We also have Regulus Blitz. I think this card's sick, dude. There's a 3-cost 4 attack. Mordred bonus, banish a card with floating memory in our graveyard, and negate each card activation you don't control unless its controller pays 2. It says, for 2, the next non-command attack card you activate this turn doesn't rest its attacker as part of the cost. So there's a lot of times we can just attack like so much with Mordred. Between the Blitz here and between that first attack, the Dauntless Assault, dude, we can get like this one where we attack and we wake up Mordred, and then follow that up with the Blitz where it doesn't rest him, and then we can do another attack. Mordred hits like an absolute truck. This card is sweet. We also have reprint of Snow Fairy. Nice reprint here. Makes sense because we're very like fairy themed. This one just rests an ally we don't control, and it just stays rest as long as we have Snow Fairy. Nice little reprint. Not a valuable one, but it's a great card. I actually really like it. Then we have Striking Tides. On hit, we can banish a card with floating memory from our graveyard. If we do, wake up our champion. Once again, multiple ways to wake up Mordred so we can get a ton of attacks. Like, that's the idea. We just absolutely dumpster our opponent. And then finally, we have our Luxem card here. We have Luminescent Slash. It's a 5-cost, 6-attack Luxem card. Mordred bonus, it costs 2 less to activate for each other attack card we've activated this turn. So once again, we want to do all these attack cards. We want to do like the Striking Tides, and we want to do the Blitz, and then we want to do Dauntless Assault, not particularly in that order. But then we can get this to be really cheap. And then it also gets +2 for each other attack card we've activated this turn. So this is just our finisher, right? We play a bunch of attack cards, and then we finish them off with a big, like, 12-attack Luminescent Slash or something like that, you know. A big 10-attack one. This card is also very good in this deck. And yeah, it's pretty simple, right? You play some stuff, you have a little bit of controlling effects, slow your opponent down a little bit, and then you absolutely demolish them with double-digit number attacks, or just maybe multiple attacks. It's really, really sweet. So let's go ahead and just kind of finish this off by, oh, I already did this. I already did that. By showing the rest of the cards. And these are just the cards, like I said, to make up the playsets for the main deck. So here's this. So here we have the other Dauntless Assault and the Deflecting Edges. Here's our other 2 Dungeon Guides, Inspiring Calls, Big Greatest Slashes. Like I said, you just got a full playset of everything. Oh, here's our token, our dummy token. We got Trickster. Yeah, it's nice to get all these, so you can kind of, you know, mix and match the deck as you see fit. I'd probably bring in these. If it was me, I'd probably bring in the Regulus Blitzes. I'd probably take out the, what are they? The ones that banish stuff from your opponent's graveyard. I forget what it's called. The Lake Reaving Chill. No, not this one. Not that one. Where is it? Yeah, no, not that. No, not that one. Dredging Streams. I'd probably take out the 2 Dredging Streams for the Regulus Blitz to start off. And here's the training dummy in case you're curious what it does. It's a 0/2 and it just can't attack. So they just get a 0/2 that can't attack. But we can attack it, like, which is kind of funny. It gives us something that we can attack into if we need to attack into something that's not their champion. Which I think is I don't know, I think it's kind of a cool effect. So yeah, here's the Dungeon Guides, by the way. So these are the big reprints, right? If you're like, oh, what's some big money reprint cards? Well, here you go. Full playset of Dungeon Guides. Full playset of Frostborn Paladins. If you want to play the Singleton multiplayer format, here you go. You have a Dungeon Guide for 4 of your decks. Literally, if you bought the 4 Pantheon decks and you bought this deck, you would have a Dungeon Guide for all 4 of your Pantheon decks. And then also, like, a bunch of other stuff, too. Frostborn Paladins, and then whatever else. You can even make this deck into a Pantheon deck. So, before we open up the packs, this deck is amazing. I think this is their most competitive Recollection deck to date. It is definitely made in mind for, like, competitive play. I think the material deck in particular is extremely good. Even if it doesn't have any, like, you know, super high value reprints, I think it just works really, really well, and it just makes a lot of sense. The lineage is super fun. It's pretty easy to play as a deck, right? You just smash stuff, right? It's not that complicated. As long as you know how to play Grand Archive, you just smash stuff, save stuff like Freezing Hail to either pick off annoying things, or just to lock some stuff down. And then you have Frostbind to, you know, counter their big scary stuff. And then just beat them to death, dude. Just absolutely go Super Saiyan and give them the luminescent slash. So yeah, highly recommended. If you want to play Grand Archive at all, I can't recommend this deck enough. If you already play Grand Archive and you like the look of this, I can't recommend it enough. I think this is, like I said, I think this is their best ReCollection deck to date. And yeah, I think it's just fantastic. So not much else to say. Pick it up. This is a, you know, 10 out of 10 for me. I don't even know. I was gonna say 9 out of 10, but I don't know what else I would say. It comes with everything. You just get, it's so much value. It just absolutely mogs other starter decks in the industry, especially ones that don't come with full play sets or a full box of sleeves and a nice magnetic storage box and some booster packs and valuable reprints. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. It's extremely good, especially if you can get it like at MSRP. I imagine a lot of people are not going to be selling this at MSRP. It's so good value. But if you can get it at MSRP, which is $49.99, it's an absolute steal. All right, and to cap off the video, Radiant Origins booster packs. I like saving these for last because these have no bearing on my opinion of, like, what's inside of these has no bearing on, as my opinion on the product. The fact that we get to is what really matters here. So for Radiant Origins, we have a few commons in the front, and then we should have a bunch of uncommons. I think 4 uncommons. So Classical Opening, Siphoning Stab, 8 of Hearts, ooh, Ace and Protector, nice little reprint there. We have Rapid Deployment Nexus as our rare, ooh, and then a super rare Alpha Filter Beast. Very, very cool. This set actually has a higher pull rate for super rares than normal Grand Archive sets because it's their capstone set. It has about double pull rate. Ooh, Lesser Boon of Isis, very cool. These are actually pretty hard to get. I think it's like, maybe you get like 3 boons in a box. This is a Pantheon only card. So multiplayer only. Favorable Winds, 5 of Spades. It's a nice little blocker for Pantheon. Sparkling Adornment. And then we have Spurred Gallop. Ooh, Protector Raccoon. Astrocyte. Fertile Grounds, another nice little reprint. Ooh, Nia, Misveiled Scout, one of my favorite cards. There's a lot of really nice reprints in this set. And then our final card is a rare, oh, Bandit Gaze Leader. We got the unique raccoon. Very nice. I like this guy. He's cool. Look, he's a unique raccoon. Look at his little goggles. His little goggles and a little pickaxe. He's awesome. So, yes, that is going to do it for today's video. That is the Mordred ReCollection deck. I can't recommend it enough. If you want to get into Grand Archive, both casually or competitively, this is an absolute slam dunk product. And always, the ReCollection decks are just incredibly good. And this is the best one they've done so far. So, likely going to be one of my top-rated products of the entire year. It's extremely good. So, thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, we'll see you next time.